Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In our purple mystery box there's some math and your challenge is to find out what that is. You can pause the video, click the link in the description, try it out. When you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. All right, let's begin with a 0. Whoa, okay, so 0 gives us 45, way off the graph. Let's try a 1. 1 gives us 80, even further off the graph. Let's go in the other direction. Let's try a -1. And that gives us 20. So what have we got? Have we got a line here? Because it goes from 80 down to 45. That's 35. And then from 45 down to 20 is 25. So it doesn't look like a line. That looks like a curve. Let's try -2. The reason I said curve there is because the slopes between those two sections from 80 to 45, that difference is not the same as the difference between 45 and 20. Okay, so -2 gives us 5. Let's try a -3. Oh, now we're down at 0. Oh, maybe I know what's going on. So what I'm starting to think, we've seen one half of a very steep curve here, and maybe it's going to start curving up again. Or maybe this is a cubic, and it'll flatten out and continue on down. I'm not sure. Let's try -4. Okay. So now I'm seeing this left-right symmetry, and I'm pretty sure this is a quadratic, because although we don't see the points, these are not straight lines. The difference changes. So 5 to 20 is 15, 20 to 45 is 25, 45 to 80 is 35. So we're getting a curve here, and we can probably see that if we put in some fractional values. So maybe -2.5. Let's put in that one. Yeah, and -3.5. And now you can probably see a little more clearly, although it's so squished, it's hard to see the curve, that is a curve. This is a parabola. It's just very narrow. So I think it's got a big multiplier, and then of course it's been shifted to the left 3 points off of the origin. So let's start thinking about a function here. So f of x would equal, well, we're going to leave room for a multiplier. It's going to be positive because it's upward opening. And then to go 3 points in a negative direction, you actually add 3 inside the parentheses. So I think we're going to have this parentheses x plus 3 squared. What is our multiplier? So if we put in a -3 here, we'll get 0, and that matches with that one. Let's look at 1 point on either side. So if you put in a -4, you get 5, and if you put in a -2, you get 5. So let's think about what's going on here. I'm going to put in the -2. You get -2 plus 3 and square it. Well, that's 1 squared, but what we get out is 5. So what are we multiplying by? Well, I think it has to be 5. So that's my guess there. Let's plug in another point and see if it actually works. Let's put in, let's say, a -1. So if I put in a -1 in 5 times, well, the x is -1 plus 3 quantity squared. So -1 plus 3 is 2. So 2 squared times 5. That's 5 times 4 is 20. And that's what we're getting when we put in a -1. So I think we've got that. This does look narrow enough that a big number like 5 is a likely multiplier. So I think it's a pretty safe bet here. So let's go ahead and reveal that. Yeah, we've got 5 times the quantity x plus 3 squared. And let's graph it as well. And there it is, a very narrow parabola racing up to infinity pretty quickly. Well, how'd that go for you? Did you see that that was a quadratic? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.